Courtney reports Lincoln Riley is leaving Oklahoma. He will take the head coaching position at USC. The 38-year-old Riley has been the Sooners coach since January of 2017. He's coached 2 Heisman Trophy winners, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, 4 Big 12 championship teams. He's made the college football playoff 3 times, but apparently you will close the book on his visor at Oklahoma. He will go west to Los Angeles. All right, let's bring in Chip Patterson, college football analyst. All right, Chip, I see you shaking your head. I'm going to translate this. Lincoln Riley to USC. Go.
One of the biggest head coaching moves that USC could have made when we do our coach rankings every single year. It did not take long for us to start to look at Lincoln Riley as a top 5, top 10 caliber head coach in the game. Compare that to where Clay Helton was ranked, and this is a massive upgrade for the Trojans. So clearly, under the leadership of Mike Bohn, the new athletic director, they have gotten the kind of commitment together. And by commitment, I do mean the financials, but I mean also the kind of support that is going to be able to woo Lincoln Riley away from what I think is a top 10 job in all of college football. So for USC, after going through everything that it did with Clay Helton, where you were, kind of in the mix for a Pac-12 championship, but never really sniffing a national championship, now you are going to welcome in one of the true stars of the college coaching world. And to be able to get him from Oklahoma, I think this is just massive for the Trojans. And I shake my head because he was so emphatic after the loss to Oklahoma State when the rumors were that he would be leaving for LSU, when he said, "I'll tell you what, I am not going to be the next head coach at LSU."
He's right. Said, He's not going to be the next head coach.
Wow.
It's three different letters. It's not LSU, although I'm sure people in Oklahoma may have something to say to him that ends with the letter U. But anyway, what's your level of surprise that he takes this job? I mean, is this a step up? Is this a lateral move? Is it a step down in your opinion?
Lateral to up. And I think that is USC has been downgraded because of its performance and because of mismanagement from USC at its ceiling. USC's ceiling, I think, is higher than Oklahoma's ceiling could be. But I do think that the Oklahoma floor has been so much higher than where USC's floor has been under the Clay Helton era, Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, and the like. So what Lincoln Riley was able to do at Oklahoma was even an upgrade from where Bob Stoops had the Sooners. Now, they win the Big 12 every single year, but you got the sense that these Big 12 champion Oklahoma teams, as they showed up to the college football playoff, were able to really put a scare in the teams that would go on to win the national championship. Against Alabama down in the Orange Bowl, they got themselves in a little bit of a hole, but Tua and Kyler Murray, man, they went touchdown for touchdown against each other. Joe Burrow did light you up in the Peach Bowl, but still, throughout that season, you were able to show that even without a Baker Mayfield, even without a Kyler Murray, Lincoln Riley was still able to make it work. The big question here is, as he makes that move from Norman, Oklahoma over to USC, is are you going to be able to change the narrative about the USC quarterback? Are you going to be able to change the fact that so many of the top quarterbacks in the state of California are leaving? Some of them to go out to the SEC or the ACC. I mean, Bryce Young, that is from California. And so as Lincoln Riley now makes that move, we start to look at his development of quarterbacks, his identification and evaluation of quarterback talent, plop him at a program like USC, and now all of a sudden we could really start to see a fix to that quarterback issue that seems to have lingered with the Trojans.
All right, last one. Why make this move? Like, specifically, is this about money? Is this about I want to live on the beach in L.A.? There's not a lot of beaches in Norman. It's a lovely place, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessarily good surfing. Why would he move? And ultimately, what is OU going to do? Who are they going to look at?
I think USC's on that list. When people talk about the jobs that you would just drop everything and go take. And I think that if Lincoln Riley looks at that as an opportunity, that might be one reason. The other piece of this is that the Sooners have fallen short and actually been moving in the wrong direction in the last 2 seasons. We went into this year thinking that it was going to be the year that the Sooners not only made it to the college football playoff, but won a playoff game, competed for a national championship. And we said that was going to happen with Spencer Rattler. The season that Lincoln Riley has had trying to manage Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams, the Oklahoma offense that was sputtering, falling short of success, I think that it might have really changed his relationship to the university. I think it undeniably has some kind of impact in his emotional state as he makes this decision. But USC is one of those jobs that you go and you take, no matter where you are. And that is there's a shocking thing to say about the Oklahoma coach leaving for USC. But I think that the Trojans really do have, with their history, a selling point that some coaches are going to be attracted to. Now, you mentioned what happens in Norman, because I've got to think that this is a stressful time, because you are about to make a move to the SEC. Now is not the time for you to start backsliding. Lincoln Riley was there winning all these Big 12 championships, trying to get you ready, raising the level of where they were on the recruiting trail, recruiting against SEC teams. And that was supposed to get the Sooners ready so that when they arrive in the SEC, you don't all of a sudden find yourself as what, the 6th, 7th, maybe 5th at best team in the conference. So this hire is of massive importance because of conference realignment. And I don't think there is a home run hire name that comes to mind. We do have one that is very interesting, and it is going to be Tennessee coach Josh Heupel, who in just 1 year with the Vols has exceeded some of the preseason expectations. He has shown the ability to field a wide open offense, and he was competitive against some of the tougher opponents on their schedule. But is Josh Heupel going to leave Tennessee after just 1 year to go return to Oklahoma? Is Oklahoma setting its sights on Josh Heupel, or do they want someone with a little bit more experience at the Power 5 level? This is a massive coaching search for the Sooners because of the timing. It is one that they cannot afford to get wrong, or else it'll lead to some really tough times once they make the move to the SEC.
Well done, Chip Patterson, on the situation. And here's what it is. Lincoln Riley is going to Southern Cal. Made the playoff 3 straight years. Didn't win the title, but got there. Big 12 Coach of the Year in 2018. Won 4 straight Big 12 titles. But 55-10, closed the book on him in Norman. Lincoln Riley is going to Los Angeles.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.